What's going on, guys? I'm finally back with a new video. I know you guys waited for so long. I'm extremely sorry. I was just busy with a lot of stuff going on in Hong Kong. I met a lot of really nice people there, had an amazing time. But now I'm here in Manila. Finally made it to the Philippines. You guys requested it for so long. I feel really dedicated now to produce a lot of new content. I have so many ideas already going crazy in my head. So you guys can expect a lot more videos from me to come on YouTube and also Instagram content, of course, like always. What I have planned for today is finally doing the Q&A video. I know you guys requested that for a while already, but now I'm finally here. I wrote down a few of the questions that you guys asked me, so I hope your question made it. If not, I will do a lot more Q&As in the future and then you have the chance to ask me more. But today I picked 7 different questions that I want to answer here a little bit more into detail. And so I think we should get started. Alright guys, so I think we should just jump right into it, and I'm gonna start with the first question, literally the most frequently asked question on my Instagram. What's your height? What's your age? When is your birthday? Alright, to do that in the right chronological order, let's start with my birthday. I was born on the 3rd of February 1998. I'm an Aquarius, just in case you believe in zodiac signs and all the mystique stories behind that. But yeah, as I said, 3rd of February, born in Wiesbaden. It's a small, not that small, but it's like a town in Germany. You can Google it if you're interested in it. And now coming to my height, I'm 191, 192, something like that. That's about 6'3" inches tall, so I'm really tall. Even for a model, most models are actually like 188, 6'2", even 6'1" or something like that here. And now coming to my age, I'm 21 years old. That's basically legal drinking age in America or everywhere else in the world. So I'm finally able to drink alcohol. This is an empty water bottle, but it doesn't matter. So even though I'm not drinking a lot, it's still nice to be finally considered an adult and being able to do whatever I want. Question number 2. What's your favorite place in the world? That question is so hard to answer, guys, because honestly, I've only been 21 years old. I've been traveling so many countries already, and I feel really grateful and honored to be able to do that. But picking a favorite place in the world is not easy for anyone, I guess. In my opinion, people make the place. So if you have a great group of friends that you surround yourself with at a certain place, of course, you consider your time a lot more meaningful and a lot better than at a place that you might find like physically and like visually more beautiful, but you just don't have the right people around you. Which means that your time, if you summarize it in the end, probably won't be as great as the place that you have a great group of friends with you. So for me, if I have to pick a place, I would probably choose Bangkok, Sydney, and also the Maldives. I will explain you guys why. So Bangkok for me is just cultural and amazing city. The people there are amazingly nice. They treated me super great. Same here in Manila, by the way. I feel like Bangkok and Manila are really, really similar in terms of culture and how people behave towards you. So that's a really positive aspect I have to praise Bangkok and also Manila for. But on top of that, Bangkok has to offer so many cool spots. And for me, who's someone that is a lot into photography, videography, and just exploring a lot of places, Bangkok just has the perfect mix of places to go to and explore. The variety and diversity of this place is just beyond everything I've seen before. So that's why Bangkok gets one of the spots in my heart when it comes to choosing one of my favorite places in the world. A similar thing applies to Sydney. Sydney is just an amazing city, also because of the people. Because Australian people, they're just so laid back, they're so chilled about everything. And honestly, this kind of lifestyle that Australian people celebrate, it's just what everyone likes, right? Just going to the beach, surfing, meeting friends outside, having basically great weather all year round. This is what makes Sydney for me one of the greatest places in the world. And of course, on top of that, they have like just an amazing skyline. They have a lot of great festivals going on. When I was there 2 years ago, they had the so-called Vivid Sydney Festival going on, which is basically a crazy light show all over the city. So you have the big opera house completely sparkling up in the craziest colors and LED lights, which just looks beautiful. Great people, beautiful scenery, and good weather all year round makes Sydney one of my favorite places in the world. And last but not least, of course, I have to mention it, Maldives. Maldives for me has to be just visually the greatest place in the world, because I've never seen water that blue, I've never seen sand that white, and I've never seen such a great variety of wildlife, especially in the ocean. And something I would recommend to everyone, especially since apparently due to researches, the place will be gone in the future if the water levels continue rising like that. So if you ever get the chance to go there, make sure you do it. It's an experience you will never forget. Alright, question number 3. What's your favorite movie? And honestly guys, that's another really hard question for me to answer because I'm a lot in cinematography. I go to the cinema at least 2 to 3 times every single month, and I just appreciate the beauty of movies a lot. So again, the same that applied to picking my favorite place before. It's not very easy to answer. I still picked 2 of my favorite movies. They're both directed by the great Christopher Nolan. I don't know if you guys know him. He's like one of the most famous directors. It's number 1, Inception, and number 2, The Dark Knight. Inception is just a great movie because it has a lot of mindfuck moments where you just don't know what's going on, but on the other hand, it's just a really compelling story and you really like to get in touch with the characters a lot. Same applies for the Dark Knight series. It's just one of my favorite comic adaptations because it gives comics a sort of realistic touch. That's what I really like about it. It makes it look like it could really take place in our society nowadays. Going from characters over storyline over cinematography aspects, this movie overall just has to be on the list for me. Alright, the next question is a little bit more philosophical. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? So me personally, I'm someone that really likes to think and live in the present. Because in our society, it's common that people always care too much about the future or think about certain mistakes they might have done in their past. But that leads to not being able to live in the moment and not really appreciating what life has to offer right now in the moment. I think for me right now, it's just better to think from day to day in order to create like a super long-term plan for my future that might never actually happen, because you know so many people nowadays, they started learning a certain job and then they ended up doing something completely different that they got really happy with. I personally share the opinion that just living in the present is the best thing to do. But of course you have to think about your future here and there, not all the time, that's the biggest mistake. But of course thinking about your future is inevitable. So there are a few things in my mind right now that I might want to do in the future, which is going to university, get a family, build a house, something like that. But you already feel like these are just very general things and I haven't really specified in anything yet. So the future is open to me. I don't think about it too much right now. I like to live in the present. I like to do stuff that makes me happy, which is traveling, meeting new people, modeling. That's what I'm doing right now. And I'm really grateful right now to be able to engage in those activities and not having to think about too much about the future. So question number 5 kind of refers to the same thing. The question is, what is your motivation to keep on doing what you're doing right now? And honestly, I can totally relate that question to the previous question because it has a lot to do with each other. So like I said before, doing stuff that makes you happy is for me personally the most important thing and aspect in my life. Taking photos, going to new places, being a model, meeting new people, all that stuff is what makes me happy right now. And this is the main motivation why I keep on what I'm doing. If I wasn't a model, I probably wouldn't have the opportunity to travel to so many places, meeting amazing people, connecting to a lot of people from different parts of society also. Not being able to connect to so many people from different parts of society as well. So if I was, for example, being a student in Germany, I probably wouldn't have the chance to talk to so many amazing and successful people that I have the chance to talk to right now. Another reason for doing what I'm doing right now is to inspire people. Honestly guys, inspiring people for me is so important. Because when I was at high school, our teachers always told us certain things about our future. For example, you have to go to university in order to be successful. You can't waste your life traveling or experiencing new things. They always told us that certain way that we have to take is the only right way. And that's something I totally disagree with. And that's also something that I, myself, with the way I took right now, I proved everyone wrong. Because the lifestyle I'm having right now is only possible if you take risks, if you go a different route than other people go, and if you invest a lot of your time and a lot of your heart into a certain thing that is not something that necessarily society teaches you to do, but something that is more creative and more special than what everyone tells you to do. Overall, to sum this question finally up, I can say that do whatever makes you happy. If you can say, right now, in this moment, I feel happy, I don't feel stressed out, I have a great time living my life in the present, then you're doing everything right and you should stick to whatever you're doing right now. Alright, coming to question number 6, having to do with sex. What is my sexuality? Honestly guys, this question probably one of the most asked questions on my Instagram, because I feel like personally I post a lot of shirtless stuff. I'm always surrounded by guys, I spend a lot of time with guys, so people might assume that I'm gay. But guys, coming straight to the point, I'm straight, that's it. I'm not into guys, at least not on a sexual level. I like to spend time with guys, I think guys can be beautiful, but my sexual attraction is towards girls. That's something that's just genetically given to you. If you're into guys, you're into guys. If you're into girls, you're into girls. If you're into both, you're into both. That's as easy as that. It's not about having to fit in a certain concept of society, because honestly guys, I spend so much time with gay people here in the Philippines. There's a lot of gay people around here and I love them all. I think they're really kind, they're amazing, but again, I don't judge people based on their sexuality. There's probably some assholes that are gay, there's some nice guys that are gay. Everything is mixed up. Nothing is black or white in our society, the same with sexuality. And as I said, I like to spend a lot of time with guys. I go on great vacations with them. I have a lot of friends that are gay. I have some friends that are bisexual, I have a lot of straight friends. Honestly guys, just do whatever you want. If you want to have sex with guys, if you want to have sex with girls, doesn't matter to me. Just do whatever makes you happy. Just do whatever you feel like doing, and I think that's the best way of living life. That's pretty much the point of this question. Just be open-minded. Don't be biased when it comes to sexuality. Just have an open mind. And I think that's a great way to go through life. So guys, coming to question number 8, which will be the final question of this video. Which direction will your channel go to? So for this question, I have an easy answer. I want to make it as interactive as possible. I want to include you guys as much in the process as possible, because here in the Philippines, I found out that people go crazy about YouTube. They love people that create content, they love interacting with people. I just had the fan meeting a few days ago, which was a great time. Thanks for everyone who engaged in that meeting. I will do more fan meetings in the future. But coming back to the actual question, I have to say, yeah, being interactive, doing stuff that you guys like to see. So please always make sure that you comment new video ideas in the comment section. But except from that, you guys gave me already some great ideas. I have a lot of other compelling ideas that I want to implement on this channel. So there's a lot of new stuff coming in the future. I also will include some of the other male models here. So it's going to be a lot of videos with other people as well. And in general, just to give you a direction, it will probably be about fitness, lifestyle, traveling, and also modeling. So basically the same stuff that I show on my Instagram, just on a lot more personal level. Because as I said, I want to invite you guys to come into my life, to interact with me, and just have a great time all together. If it's on YouTube, if it's in real life, if we meet on fan meeting, if you guys comment on Instagram, YouTube, it's all connected. We're like growing as a community, that's what's important for me. Growing as one big family, it's gonna be great. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you can give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, make sure you comment a lot of different comments, and then I see you guys in my next video. Stay tuned.